Each of you here are members of the Catholic Foundation family, whatever your role. Many people think of the Mercy Fund when we mention the Catholic Foundation for Northwest Indiana, but the foundation actually consists of 45 unique endowment funds, with more in line to be established in the 2022 to 2023 year. All are listed on page 6 and 7 in the envelope in the center of the annual report you have in front of you. An endowment starts with a desire to serve and to share with others by funding the long-term security of our Catholic ministries. It is a legal contract that lives in perpetuity. It is first of all Catholic. While the weekly offering to your parish is used for immediate needs, gifts to the foundation provide long-term savings and assist cash flow. The foundation works to preserve and enhance the value of each endowment. Gifts can be cash, IRA, stocks, property, bequests, or life insurance. And once the fund has been established, additional gifts often come from fundraisers and second collections. People over the age of 72 can designate part of their annual required minimum distribution from an IRA to the foundation and avoid paying taxes on that part of the required minimum distribution. See page 10 or contact any of the sponsors on the back of your annual report. What is the purpose of an endowment? It provides lasting financial support to Catholic organizations of Northwest Indiana, whether they are charitable, for religious or educational purposes. Each fund creates a legacy for the future. Each endowment creates income from dividends, interest, and market growth, and fund holders receive a distribution option twice a year. You can reach out to me at info@catholicfuture.org, the email on your screen, or call me at the Pastoral Center, 219-769-9292. The Mercy Fund is perhaps the most well-known fund in our portfolio. Bishop Donald J. Hying, the 4th Bishop of Gary, had a vision and established an endowment fund to serve the poor and the needy. Every year, the Catholic Foundation for Northwest Indiana Grant Committee invites local schools and ministries to apply for the Mercy Grants. Applications open on April 1st and close on August 1st. More details can be found on catholicfuture.org. Based on the acts of mercy, the Mercy Fund has grown from $46,000 to over $200,000, with $8,500 to give away this year. Now let's meet our 2022 Mercy Fund winners. Labors of Love, Joining Hands with Phil's Friends, Walking with Moms in Need, and Centers of Hope at Franciscan Health.
My name is Eve DeRay. I'm with the Labors of Love Ministry.
My name is Sharon Prisbalinski, and I am the coordinator of Labors of Love Ministry, St. Michael's in Cherville. This ministry was taken over about 4 years ago from the prior prayer shawl ministry at St. Michael's. And the vision that the original coordinator had was, it would be just a place for the ladies to gather and share patterns and visit, and making things to begin with, I think, really wasn't a criteria to be handed out. Anyway, fast forward to the present. We've been in existence for about 4 years, and it has really morphed into a community.
We have here an array of things that we have created that have been useful to various groups, such as nursing homes, veterans who are homeless and are in new housing. We have worked with schools, assisted living. We have given things to, we have created some things that were shipped to the Ukraine. So it depends on who approaches us for items and who is in need. The lovey is really just a beanie baby with a little skirt crocheted around it. We have given these to one of the recipients was a therapist, a local therapist who is working with children who are trafficked, and she had requested the loveys for the children as something to hold on to when they're in a session with her, something just to hang on to. We've given them to also new moms. We make baby blankets and hats for little babies, and also this might also go to a small child. We are reminding people that are maybe forgotten by society, who are maybe don't have people who care about them enough to show them some love and concern with something very special that's made just for them. Each item has a cross because it identifies us as a group. What it says on the card that goes with the cross is, "You matter. This item was made for you with love and prayers for blessings from above." And it has our name, St. Michael's Labor of Love Ministry, Cherville, Indiana.
My ladies are just so, they truly are amazing, and they come up with the greatest ideas you've ever seen. And I couldn't be prouder of them.
Phil's Friends is a local nonprofit that supports those in the battle against cancer. They pack care packages, providing blankets, hats, gloves, and Bibles, journals, personal care products, and other necessities for those patients. The boxes are sent within the diocese, but also outside the diocese and really around the country as well. We chose to support Phil's Friends because caring those with cancer is personal for St. John the Evangelist, us at SJE. We have one of our 6th grade students, Blake, who has struggled for over a year with cancer, and we've done as much as we can through prayers and supporting him in our school community, but students really know that there's more that we could do. Phil's Friends has served over 200,000 cancer patients within the diocese and then around the country as well. Each student at St. John will be part of a collection of materials to support those who are struggling with cancer, but also we'll take our middle school students, about 75 of them, and they'll go to the Crown Point Hope Center that Phil's Friends runs so they can pack care packages, pray over those care packages, and then send them out to cancer patients really all over the country. So we're very excited for that as well. We hope to serve about 200 people struggling with cancer, and like our friend Blake.
So I'm Debbie Tatum, Director of Development for the Franciscan Health Foundation, Northern Division. We raise money and awareness and funds for our 5 northern hospitals and our freestanding emergency center. So those hospitals are in Michigan City, they are in Dyer, Hammond, Munster, Crown Point, and then our freestanding Chesterton Emergency Department. Each one of those entities has a Center of Hope. So the Center of Hope is a program that operates out of the emergency department that is to care for survivors of sexual assault. So the Mercy Fund grant will be used to provide comfort bags for our survivors. What that means is we will provide an actual physical bag. Inside of that will be brand new undergarments, brand new clothing. They'll need a top and some loose-fitting pants. They will have brand new toiletries, things like combs, brushes, anything that they might need for the next step of where they're going. We also include a blanket, and if it's a child, we include a stuffed animal. It's really difficult to talk about sexual assault, and it's difficult to explain the program sometimes to people because it's difficult for them to hear. And so that's why I'm so appreciative of the Mercy Grant committee to read through that, to understand what's happening, and then want to take action. Again, this is a respect for life. This is a dignity of the human person issue, and so that's why I'm so grateful that this committee understood that. It might not seem like a big deal, seriously, to provide these things, but that survivor coming in, They don't even know where their next step is, where they're going. We have to keep their clothing for evidence in many cases. They need something that says, we love you, we have this compassion for what you're going through.
Okay, so Walking with Mothers in Need is an initiative from the United States Catholic Conference of Bishops. They would like to see it implemented in all dioceses and then in all parishes throughout the United States. It's a way to help moms in crisis situations, not necessarily just pregnancy situations, but also young moms with young children, and whatever needs they have, so that they could contact a parish, and that there would be a team in place in the parish where they would go ahead and see what that mom needed. Maybe she needed medical care, maybe she needs lawyers, housing, food, or crisis pregnancy, things with that nature, and then be able to provide that help for her. And for us in the diocese, we are trying to make sure that all the parishes have all the resources they would need. So we would like to give them as much as possible, every place that offers these kind of helps, counseling and, like I said, medical care, food pantries. List them as many as we can so that each parish has all that information. Plus things like flyers and postcards that the parish could put out so that anybody in need would be able to contact the parish and then get the help that they needed. So St. Edward is the first one to implement in our diocese, and that was because Father Holly is the pro-life director, so he wanted to have the model situation. He formed a team of people who wanted to do this, and then there's a team leader. And then he put out to the parish that anyone in need, or if they knew of someone, would call the team leader, and then from there they would move on to see what the mom needed and give her the help that she needed. It's almost like sort of reminds me of St. Vincent de Paul in a way, that you don't necessarily give the person out of your own pocket, but rather you direct them to where there's the resources. But in some cases you would do that. You would actually provide the mom, maybe she needed something, ride to the doctor, or maybe her house needed repairs and you knew someone who could help her out that way too. So it's not just agencies, but also the parish who could chip in and help whenever. And this is also a very important thing, particularly now with the the abortion issue, the Roe versus Wade being struck down. There might be more moms now in need of help, and so we want to be able to step up and say, we don't just look at the pregnancy issue, but we also look at the moms with their children and help where we can.